Yeah, they have just begun in Onondaga Lake. We'll get you that drone shot as soon as we can. There we go.
Here we go. So we've got Cornell in the middle, Navy at the top of your screen, Syracuse down at the bottom. Looks like they're still in their high strokes. Just in the first 20 or 25, which they get their rating up there to get the boat moving. Again, it looks like Syracuse is out by maybe a couple of seats, maybe a deck. A little bit more, moving out again from the angle. It's tough to see. They look very efficient. Stroke Anders is sitting in the stroke seat, just doing a nice job of propelling that boat. You can see they've got pretty good spacing here between the puddles. Looks like Cornell is right there in second. Navy, a little bit of a surprise, a little bit back there, but expect Navy to go really hard in the rest of this first 500. We are coming on to that 500-meter mark here fairly quickly. All crews have settled down, looking nice and efficient here. We're looking at the bows bouncing up and down. It looks like everybody's pretty efficient. Not a whole lot of wasted energy. In the Navy 2V, looks like they're struggling just a little bit. They're not quite getting the rating up probably where they want it to be. Looks just a little bit low. Syracuse is pushing really hard through this first 500.
Yeah, they had a 36 stroke rate.
That's probably okay for this time of the season, but when you're out by over length, they're just going to probably sit there and keep that relaxed rowing going along. Do you look at the other two crews again, side by side? Those guys are just battling it out.
Joe, is there an advantage what lane you're in? 1, 2, or 3?
In this course, no. It's dead flat, dead even, which is great because there's no advantage either way. We were looking at the finish line yesterday, and there was a bit of a swirl of the current, so it looked like it might actually favor one of the lanes. That's gone today because of the water conditions.
2 minutes into this second Varsity 8 at Syracuse is already opened up.
Yeah, Syracuse is looking good. It looks like they've taken the rating down just a bit, maybe a 35 or so. They are still getting nice spacing with the puddles. They're through the 900, coming up on the halfway mark. Again, you look at Syracuse and they look pretty relaxed. They're just going up there, taking a stroke, coming on back. Everybody's together at the finish. You look at the stern of the Syracuse the next time we have a side shot. What you'll notice is that the stern is not bobbing up and down very much. That means that they're really smooth. They're not coming into the stern and dumping themselves down into the boat and really slowing the boat down. There's an expression in rowing, you want to let the boat work for you, right? You've just put all this energy into moving the boat forward, and now if you slow the boat down, you've just wasted a bunch of that energy. The other two crews, Navy and Cornell, battling it out back there. Syracuse looks like they have this one fairly under control as they come into the third 500. We're looking at Syracuse is probably, again, rowing at about a 36. Again, looking nice and efficient. Let's look at that stern coming up. Stern is, they're lifting the boat right out at the catch, and it's not bouncing up and down. Really nice and efficient rowing here. Everybody, the timing looks really quick. Guy in 4 could be just a little bit quicker into the water, but hey, when you're out that far in front, nobody's going to complain. Looks like about a 38 for Syracuse. They've increased the rating a little bit. Maybe a little bit of the juice is coming in from the fans on the side there, Jay.
Does it give you a boost when you've come all this way, you're 3.5 minutes gone by, and then you hear those roars?
Yeah, absolutely, because the third 500 is what there's this pain cave thing, and rowing is the pain tunnel, except the light at the end of the tunnel seems like it never gets brighter. So you're in this pain tunnel, and it gets narrower and more painful all the way through, and all of a sudden you got your fans there yelling at you, hey, let's go, and obviously a good cue screw. Then again, you got Navy with about 50 guys, and there's nobody louder than a bunch of Navy guys. They're used to giving orders, right?
Yeah.
So we got Cornell is really battling it out in this 2V. They've really taken the rating up here a little bit before the 500-meter mark. We'll try to get a rating for you. It looks like Anders Erlandson is stroking that boat, one of the smaller guys in the program, but boy, does he row well and is he efficient. They're maintaining their lead. They've opened it up to about a length of open water. About like we thought this might go. I'm really impressed with the battle that's going on for second place. These guys aren't, okay, we're not in first place. We are not giving up. We got to beat this other crew. Both have increased the rating a little bit. Looks like Navy's a little bit under Cornell, a little bit of a steering issue here. What's happening is the Navy guys' oars are kind of in Cornell's puddles, which might mess them up a little bit. So the other thing that you want to do when you're out in head is your wake actually can interfere with the other boat a little bit, can bounce them around a little. And there's enough to think about when you're racing this hard. without having to think about, geez, is this going to upset our course? Looks like Syracuse is up the rating a little bit as they're about maybe 200 meters to go, coming up on that last bridge. Looks like Cornell has got this one in hand, but I would expect Navy to really push hard. You can see Anders Erlandson and his 7-man really working hard here. Again, out with the guys before, really gave Varsity their battle, so I'm not shocked that Syracuse is able to put this away. And it looks like they're coming up on the finish here.
And it's a comfortable win for the Syracuse second Varsity 8. They've taken the first 2 races this morning on Onondaga Lake. Cornell for second and Navy in third.
Cornell looking good. I said I was out Wednesday. The 2V, which is a really senior heavy boat, wasn't all that terribly impressive, but maybe they were just hiding something from me. So, they were saving it for race day.
They looked pretty impressive on the water this morning. And for Syracuse, 2 comfortable wins in the first Varsity and second Varsity, Joe.